Okay, let me just start from the basics first that we need to know for the chapter. Then in the second half, I move on to the slightly tougher questions. How do we do one-to-one functions check? Okay, one-to-one is like your graphs, okay, having only straight lines, horizontal lines that only cuts once. This is a one-to-one function. But one-to-one functions may also have straight lines that actually don't cut the graph at all because it's not in the range. So when you write out the phrases, make sure you are very careful. I have here two different types of phrases for you. When you mention the lines, if you are saying the lines is in the range, you must say it cuts once. But if you are using general lines, you say k is any real number, the phrase you should use is it will cut at most once to talk about one-to-one. Okay, so you have to quote one of this and write in the correct words at the end. If you are going to talk about range, you must quote the range. So whatever the range is in your question, it must be written out explicitly. Okay, so either range or real numbers. However, if you are going to say that something is not a one-to-one function, you must quote for me an example. Write in the number that tells them that it will cut at 2 points. Don't say generally that certain range will cut 2 times. No, just quote one number. As long as you can find that one number, it will not be 1, 1. Okay. Alternatively, you can also use differentiation, but you use differentiation only if you are forced to do it. So the question will say, by using differentiation, then you want to show the following. Either your gradient, f prime means we are looking at the gradient. Gradient is positive or gradient is negative. For all values in the domain, it will be one-to-one. Mainly because in this segment, if it's all positive or negative, there will be no turning points. And you don't want turning points. If there are no turning points, it must mean there is one-to-one. Okay, but only use if you are forced to do so. Generally, you just go for horizontal like this. Okay, so we recap on inverse functions first. What are they? F goes from left to right. So the place you start is the domain. The place you end is called the range. Starting position is domain, ending position is range. Inverse functions go in the opposite direction. So inverse function starts from the right side to the left side, which means the right side set is also the domain of the inverse function. You start from the right, so it's called the domain.